The shots you don't see coming are the ones that knock you out. Right, boys and girls. Defense. Defense in the street and defense when you're training with your sparring partners or when you're boxing in a live fight. We all often get a false sense of security when we train in these big boxing gloves. We've basically got pillows on our hands, making us feel more defended than we actually are. Well, yes, we are defended when we're fighting in the gym or we're sparring in the gym or we're having a boxing fight. These gloves are fantastic. Look at that. You can basically hide behind that glove and take no damage whatsoever. Hold on. Look at this. Look at how much false sense of security these can give you when you go from training in the gym to having a MMA fight, which wear smaller gloves, which only cover your knuckles, to having a street fight where you have to defend yourself without any pillows on your hand, because these are basically pillows. So I'm going to show you how to defend yourself without pillows and stop that false sense of security. Personally, I still see a lot of people, even people who've trained for many years, but haven't actually taken a hard shot possibly. They've trained for years and they've always had nice light sparring partners. Every so often you need to step things up a little bit, go from 50% to maybe 70 or 80%. You're not trying to kill your partner, you're just trying to get a good workout and make it a little bit more realistic. So I have noticed when people get hit with these big gloves, sometimes they get overconfident about how much power they can absorb, and sometimes they lose track of actually what it really is to get hit, get clocked properly. And I've seen people shell up, cover up, and turn away, even in the gym, even in sparring. That is a no-no. You never turn away from your opponent. You always want to keep an eye on your opponent, whatever you're doing. My favorite form of defense is to keep my opponent at arm's length or more. Always keep them at arm's length or foot length, because I like throwing kicks. If you haven't got the opportunity to keep them at arm's length or foot length, remember, with the boxing gloves, you can cover your face like this and get away with that, because the gloves are basically pillows covering basically 50% of your face or more. Without these gloves on, it's a total different defense for MMA and for street fighting. Now, with the small gloves or no gloves on, you have to basically focus on crowning your whole head and absorbing those shots if you can't keep your opponent at arm's length. Personally, I would always do my best to move back, keep back from my opponent as much as I can, always keeping my eye on him. But watch, look at that. Tucked in, chin tucked in, head tucked in, guard up on this side, palm out to defend any shots coming, any shots reaching. Because when I decide to do this, it means my opponent, if I turtle up, my opponent can get to me so easily. If I put a reaching hand out, it means he can't quite get to me. He has to get past my arm and move round. And all this time, I'm keeping an eye on him, keeping an eye on what he's doing. But the whole point of crowning the top of your head is to defend your whole nervous system, basically. You're preserving your computer system, your brain. Yes, covering your head. Remember, if you take the wrong shot to your head, you can get on the street, you can get knocked out, you can even get killed. So don't worry so much on the street about your body. Yes, you can crouch up, turtle up like this, but crouching and turtling up like this this doesn't give you the opportunity to be able to fight back. But covering your head and crowning your head, actually what it does is, look at these. You're now defending yourself, fully protecting your brain. You're protecting your brain, the most important part of your whole body. This is the difference between lights on or lights out, and you're asleep on the floor, and then your opponent is doing, on the street, is doing whatever he wants to do to you. You need to protect your head much more than you need to protect your body. So your body is not as vital as your head on the street. If you get a good shot to the head, you'll be unconscious, and your opponent is gonna do what the hell he wants, stamp on you, all sorts. All you need to do is go on YouTube, Facebook and you see all the kind of disasters that have happened over the years on street fights. Protect your head at all times. Keep your eye on your opponent at all times. Doesn't matter where I am. Look, I'm keeping an eye on him. Keep him away. Keep him at bay. It means I can strike back if I have to. I can duck. I can strike back if I have to. Covering up your head, covering your dome, covering the crown of your head with your hands also means your elbows now become a defense mechanism. As you see those shots coming in, as your opponent is throwing shots. Remember, the majority of the time in the street, people headhunt. You very rarely see street fights where people are trying to hit people in the body, unless they're a trained fighter. Very rarely see people hit people in the body in the streets. They always target the head. Protect the head. Get your elbows working. Watch this. As long as I can see where the shots are coming from, I can defend myself with my elbows. If your opponent is throwing a barrage of shots, the fact of the matter is eventually he's going to catch an elbow. If he catches an elbow with a bare fist, his hand is going to break. If you haven't felt your hand hitting something, a sharp object before, go home, try it, and see how that feels. It will drain your opponent's body. He'll break his hands on your elbow and put himself out of business. Protect yourself at all times. The most vital part to protect is your brain on the streets. Remember, lights on, lights off. Protect your brain. Keep your opponents at bay. Watch what's going on at all times. See what's coming. That's when you have a chance to react. Defense, elbow defense, protecting your brain. Never ever turtle up, crouch over, and turn away from your opponent. Because at this position, he's just going to tee off on you. He's basically going to take the piss out of you. He's going to do whatever he wants because he knows you can't see what's coming, and he's just going to pick his shots as and when he feels like. Keep your eye on your opponent. Move away, step back. Always keep an eye. The shots you don't see coming are the ones that knock you out. If you can keep your eye on your opponent and see what he's throwing at all times, that's when you're going to be able to defend yourself properly. Remember, one thing I like to do, if it does so happen that maybe you are absorbing a lot of damage, and it just so happens that you have turtled, unexpectedly you've turtled away from your opponent and you're giving your back. But then you remember, maybe I shouldn't have given my back. Don't just turn back into him. Remember your defense mechanism. You're spinning elbow back into him, or you're spinning back fist back into him. That's what I always like to do. Add those into your arsenal of defense. And back off. He's still striking me. I put my lever out to defend myself, maybe throw a kick to defend myself, keep my eye on him at all times. If it does so happen that his barrage is way too much, and instinctively, for no particular reason, I turn over and crouch over. When I'm coming back, I'm not just turning back into him, I'm turning back into him with a strike, back fist, or a strike if he's close in, elbow. Never ever just crouch over and hide from your opponent. On the street, in the cage, in the ring, in competition, or in sparring, you never ever back away. Take your eyes off your opponent. Remember Bruce Lee, always keep your eye on your opponent even when you bow. Try that, guys. Little nice technique there for you.